Alright, today we're going to talk about the Naneu Outlander 50 liters. So this is a camera slash hiking bag hybrid. So we're just going to walk through what our gear is going to be. We spent a lot of time researching on the internet for a bag that would both carry some of our gear, as you can see, camera gear and actual personal gear. So really the reason we found this bag is we were going to Patagonia and we needed something that could carry clothes and camera gear and still have enough room for both of those. So I'll just walk you through some of the things that we found with this bag so far. So I'm just going to put this down for right now. We're going to talk about the camera pod attachment. So this camera pod attachment actually fits inside, and I'll show you where afterwards. You can wear this a few different ways. So it has a strap, a shoulder strap, so you can put it on and carry it around if you want to take it out, go to the beach, or just take it on a little day trip. You can always do that. These just come off right here quite easily. And then the other thing that you can do with this as well is on the back here, it has some shoulder straps. So we can actually take these out and we can wear this as a backpack. So it's a little bit small for a backpack. It doesn't have any, it does have a little strap at the bottom here. But for the most part, I think that we'd probably be using the shoulder strap ourselves. So I'm just going to put these back in quickly. You can disconnect these straps as well and really put them in here from the bottom here, but I like to just fold them in, so if we do need to use it as a quick backpack, it's just quickly to pull them out. So next is inside itself. So if we're looking this way, we can unzip it, and it has these neat little Velcro pads here that will actually stop it from unzipping all the way. So if you just want to access your gear from the top, so our camera's in here, we shoot with Sony a7R II. So if we want to quickly access our camera, that's good. It's not going to actually open all the way up automatically and our gear is going to fall off, so it's nice to plant it down. If we do need to get into a bit more of our gear though, we can always just lay it down completely, unbuckle these right here, and this will actually allow for a full coverage opening right here. So in here right now, we have some lenses, some filters, sorry. We have the Sony a7R II. We have a 17 to 35 wide lens with the A-mount adapter. We have our drone. So we have the Mavic drone, which we keep in this little padded case right here. So that fits nicely into here. We also have an extra Mavic Pro battery. We have a flash right in here, a Godox flash. And that's what we carry as the main compartment in this gear. We also have a secondary body, which we're filming with right now, but that will go with my lovely wife with her bag. Up here, we have a little pocket where you can put some memory cards or something else. We have a macro extension here and a few different cleaning supplies, a little brush, a sensor cleaner, and some sensor liquid. On the outside here, so I'm just going to zip this back up. Close that up. On the outside here, we also have another little mini pocket. In here we have our memory cards with a few little extra tools. We have our case of extra batteries, and there's a few more memory cards, and there's a few extra slots here for pens or any other kind of accessories you might need. So we keep all those in here, nice and tidy. The bag also does, if you're using this separately, it does have two side pockets where you can put things in, a small water bottle, a few cables, anything like that. But that's pretty much the camera pod extension itself. So now we'll get to the actual bag. So I'm just going to put this in and I'll show you how and where this fits in. So at the very bottom of the bag here, we have a low zipper compartment, and it has some nice weather sealing there that we can zip open. And this is going to be our compartment for the camera pod. It also has a nice little side pocket, which I actually put the Mavic Pro charger inside of there. So to put the camera pod in, we just lay it nice and flat and make sure it's nicely aligned. Just slides in. And some people have had a little difficulties getting this in and out. I think it really depends on how packed you are with the bag itself. But once it's actually in here, as you can see right there, you can now zip this pocket up, and that's where it sits. If you wanted to have quick access without taking out the whole camera pod, I have found as well that you can open this up, that half amount right here, and kind of let this flap stay open like this. So if you wanted to have someone else or yourself just grab gear quickly out of the side, you can have this zipped up, unflap, and then grab your camera. So because of these little extra protectors that I showed you earlier, it really allows this gear to remain protected. So I'll close this back up now. So in here is, like I said before, is usually where I put my Maverick Pro charger. Just a little extra place to store some extra gear. Right there. I'll zip that right up. It also has 2 side pockets for water bottles or any other kind of gear. This one's actually split up into 2. So if you want to put something smaller in here, maybe some hiking poles or a smaller water bottle, you can do that. This one, obviously be aware that whatever you actually do put in here, you're going to be opening this pocket sometimes. So you may not want to put anything too heavy in there. Other than that, one thing I didn't show before, but there's actually a split compartment in here that you can unzip, and this whole thing folds through. So if you wanted to take the camera pod out and just use it as a big 50-liter backpack, you can do that because it unzips and allows everything to fall through to the bottom. So I'll put this here right now. The next thing is, this is just the stuff that we're going to be taking with us, or I'm going to be taking for myself to Patagonia. I have all my clothes here, so I have socks, base layers, t-shirts, pair of shorts, just stuff for after the actual day of hiking. I got some gloves, first aid pack, my toothbrush, toothpaste, and deodorant. So I'll put that all into my little compartment here. And we put everything into packing cubes because we find that's the easiest way to get in and out of our bags without actually making everything complete mess. So I'll put that in here. So this is my first packing cube. I also have my hydro flask, which I always take with me to make sure my water is nice and cold. I got some nuts. I got my Bluetooth heart rate monitor, multi-tool flashlight, extra battery charger, camp light, headlight, some flavored enhancer for water, and the filters before. So the filters were actually supposed to go in that bag, but I forgot. So we'll just leave them to the side for now. So in here itself, these are more of the heavier layers. So I have my sweater, my hiking pants, another long sleeve base layer. Some of this stuff will actually obviously be used at the time. So I'll actually be wearing things like my sweater and my hiking pants and stuff like that. But obviously I just wanted to show you how everything fits into this bag and how much room it actually has within it itself. I also have a jacket and a pair of sandals, obviously, for when you have a shower or anything else on the road, just so you're not stepping in some of those dirty showers. So looking at the bag itself as well here, we have a top zipper pocket, which you can store stuff up here, a little store stash. It's hydration compatible, so it can fit, a 3-liter hydration bladder right through the back and goes up here. Let me just open this up now. So very big because it's a top loader, obviously. So lots of room in there to expand. So I'm just going to start putting some of this stuff into here. So this is my first one. This is the bulky top layers, and then all the base layers. Like that. And then we got my sandals, the nuts. For some of this other smaller stuff, so I'll put my jacket up here as well. And I'll close that all up. Still some room in there too if I did want to put some more stuff in there. This right here. And then, yeah, so what I was going to say is, for some of the small stuff that you're going to use while on the road, it has these nifty hip pockets where you can throw some stuff in there. So here's where I'd probably throw my charger in case I had to charge my phone while we're going. Maybe throw the flashlight in here too because it's got some good room. And on the other side I might throw my multi-tool in there. And then on the top pocket itself, I'll just throw the remaining stuff here. So I'll throw that juice enhancer and the heart rate monitor and the actual watch. But there's lots of room up here for it. So I still have lots of room to stuff things up there if I wanted to. So that's it right there, as you can see. Nice and packed up, lots of gear. I could probably fit a few more things in here if I wanted to. It's not tight. It's not tight to the point where it's actually coming apart at the seams, so it's lots of room in here. For the water bottle, because I'm using this big water bottle, I put this one over here. And usually I like to strap it just so it won't fall off when I'm on the trail. So that's that right there. The other thing is it does have a tripod holder system. Now we're using our tripod for the video, but we have a light stand here. So I'll just show you the same principle that would exist, but with the light stand. So it has this neat little hidden compartment right underneath where it says Outlander 50 that comes undone and gives you a nice little flap. The good thing about this is that you're not going to lose it. There's some other backpacks that have this as an attachment, but this is actually built into the backpack, so you're not going to lose this. It's always going to be with you. And then it's also, so this tripod itself actually goes in the front. So some backpacks like to go on the side, and you still could put it on the side if you wanted to, but if you want to try to balance your bag a bit more, you can put it on the front. So these actually have little unhook things right here. So they're not clips, but they just unhook, and you just unhook both of them right there. And this is a buckle. So we'll open that up, loosen this up a bit right here. We'll put our tripod in. And as you can see, you can fit a pretty big tripod as well. And then we'll clip it in, tighten that, and it has a little lever to close it. And then we can put these extra secure clips over here as well. And there we go. As you can see, it's nice and tight. It's not going to really fall off. The backpack's all ready to go and start our hike. Like this. And in terms of here, we have a nice padded waist belt, some nice padded tops. We have little extra places to hook up gear. If we had our hydration pack on, it would come out through here and loop through these padded stretch pads there. And other than that, as you can see, that's the backpack. Works very well and fits lots of gear. And most importantly, it fits a lot of our camera gear while still being accessible. So like I said, the key thing for us when we were searching for a bag is a big bag that we could use that had our gear accessible from the side. We've had a few backloader bags before, but we don't like that because that often requires me to take off the bag, while this actually allows my wife or myself just to quickly reach around and grab things in from the side. So yeah, this is the Naneu Outlander 50. Really looking forward to hiking with it in Patagonia. Thanks a lot.